Welcome back to the Diversity Project. I am your host, Rhonda Kulch. In today's episode, we are focusing on organizations and businesses that support our special needs community. And we know that you have a lot of places you can be on a Saturday night, and we appreciate you for spending your time with us. So in studio today, we have an amazing person. His name is Arthur Lih. He's the CEO of LifeVac. And as you've been hearing all episode long, LifeVac is our program sponsor for today. And LifeVac is an innovative first aid device that can save lives with their non-powered suction device used to clear an airway obstruction. Please visit lifevac.net and order yours today. Of course, we are in studio with the founder, and we are going to pick your brain about this amazing device. So welcome to our show today.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. This is the most needed place in the world for LifeVac.
Tell us a little bit about how LifeVac got started and how this became your brainchild.
Well, about almost 9 years ago now, I was in a hospital visiting a friend. His mom was having a procedure. I was just keeping him company. He pointed across the room in a gurney, and he said there was a 7-year-old last time I was here, choked to death on a grate. We're in the hospital. And I said, well, what about time? It didn't work. Nothing worked. And he talked about the pain of the parents and the staff. They were all broken up. My daughter was 7, and I saw her on that gurney. I saw her in my arms, dying, and I said, I can't have that. So I thought you could just buy something. Started Google on the way home. Let me just get something. Nothing existed. So I decided I needed to be able to save her, and then I realized I couldn't just be the only one that could save their child, so I brought it out for everybody.
Have you always been an innovator, or is this something that triggered an innovative piece in your future?
I would say so. I'm from the generation where we built we fixed our own houses, our cars. My dad worked on the space program, put a man on the moon. My sister's a doctor. I'm a woodwork car guy. I could work with my hands and figure things out. And, the blessing is pretty simple. You just create a quick suction. It was having it available, cheap, inexpensive, last forever, all the things that I had to have to make it a ethical piece of equipment.
Tell me a little bit about when the device first came out. How has your pathway been to getting the word out? Because I've only just recently heard about LifeVac.
Well, it's been really brutal. The world's a different place. People are very fearful of everything. We have 9 medical journals, peer review in both children and adults, and we still get brushed back. Does it work? Is it safe? Will I get sued? So it's really hard. But as we've saved lives and we're gaining the momentum, we have the medical credibility. Now we just got to get that awareness and get over the fear that, yes, it's a good idea to save someone's life.
When somebody orders the LifeVac, so for example, we've been promoting LifeVac during this entire episode. When somebody goes on, will they be able to find instructional videos on how to use it?
Well, see, like I said, I did it ethically. It lasts forever, covers children and adults, easy to use, online training, comes with a practice mask. I tried to cover every base of, and it's part of the reason why it's difficult to get out there. It's too cheap and it lasts forever. The powers that be don't like that.
Sure.
But I felt it was the right way to do it. So yes, the answer short is yes. It's place, push, pull, and there's a video online on how to use it.
Tell me a little bit about some of the success stories that you've had so far.
Well, the coolest one, in the beginning was that the first save, my daughter's name is Jackie, was by a nurse named Jackie, was the first person to ever use it to save a life. The key to this area is where my passion lies, is we've had 41 disability saves. Numerous would have no chance due to the size of the wheelchair and their condition. We have to be in this community, right? The elevation of risk is way up there, and the ability to save is way down. So this is the one place that, to me, is non-negotiable. You're a parent, you want a fire extinguisher, you don't, okay. More likely to choke, so I would have this over the fire extinguisher if you had to make a choice. But in this community, it has to be there. We have to fight for them.
Are you doing anything to, and I might be off key here, but American Disabilities Act, is that something where you could petition to have this included as either part of part of their insurance, getting covered by insurance?
Well, the sad thing is I've been to Washington numerous times fighting for these children, but the problem is I don't have a child with a disability, and I make the product, so I quickly get pushed out the door. But I won't give up. I don't care. I'll camp there. I've been there many times, sat with the head of American Disabilities. The foundational legal problem is it's illegal to not have it. Liability law is simple. You have to do anything reasonable. If a person's in a wheelchair and they choke, and you know about it, and you can't even Heimlich them, so therefore you do nothing, you have a serious liability problem. But we shouldn't be worried about that. We should be trying to save these people, but not be so fearful of getting sued. You're going to get sued for not having it. I hate talking about it, but that's the truth. But if you just follow the right thing to do in your heart and your soul and save the person, it's not going to hurt you. It's a tiny burst of suction. It's worked 100% of the time. That's me knocking on wood. So, it's just ridiculous and painful. And because I invented it, I can't be a voice.
Which I understand. So are you working with any organizations right now, or what is your future for aligning with other organizations that can help spread the word?
Well, I 9 years. We need champions in this world. The MS, the Parkinson's, the Alzheimer's, all the special needs advocates need to fight for these people. I can't do it because I made it. But I align myself and I pray and I work and I spread the word. That's all I can do.
Now, in reference to, moving forward, I'm just going to give you a quick example. My son, when he was, I want to say 17, worked at a restaurant. There was an obese gentleman that was eating dinner and choked on a piece of steak. My son happens to be exceptionally fit, right? So he was able to, but noticed him choking. Nobody else in the place knew what to do and had the gall to actually pull this man, because my son said, he goes, nobody else wanted to touch him. They were more afraid that if they hurt him, that there was going to be a problem in lieu of him actually, passing away. So my son actually, did the Heimlich, cleared his mouth, but most people wouldn't know how to do that. If my son had access to something like this, he probably would have been, not to say less inclined or more inclined, because he did what he needed to do, but I think more people would probably be more inclined to help save people that are in need if they realized how easy the device was to use. I'm looking at it right here. Obviously, we're on the radio right now. People can't necessarily see what the device looks like, but it is not a very intimidating device. It looks very much like you would expect something to look like, a suction device that you would put over your face. Tell the listeners, for those people, how much does it cost for somebody to purchase a LifeVac?
Well, first off, your son's a hero, and he's the kind of guy I'm looking for, and
He's
I do
great.
find those souls. He is great because
great.
you know what? He did what he needed to do. He did the right thing, not the fear. There was a gentleman died in McDonald's in the UK in a wheelchair. People walked around him because they didn't know what to do, and they same kind of, I'll get in trouble. I mean, it's horrible, but we need people like your son. It's a sink plunger, okay? You push it and you pull it, and it sucks out the object. It can't be simpler. I did it on purpose. The first prototypes I made were too complicated. People are panicking. If you push it and pull it, and if people can hear that, that's the suction. That's how simple it is. You can't hurt the person. Heimlich is about 33% of the time there's injury to the person. And we're all for it. You got to be trained. More people are trained is great. And do the Heimlich. Do it right away. But if this is here, when it doesn't work, which is 50% of the time in the field, 70% if a first responder is there, it's going to work. So 30%, if an EMT or a paramedic was there, it's still going to fail. Place, push, little suction, pops it out.
We are running low on time, but I would love everybody to go to LifeVac. Again, the website is lifevac.net. Order yours today. How much did they cost?
$69.
$69 can save a life. So for all of our listeners that have been tuned in to this week's episode of the Diversity Project, I please encourage you to go directly to lifevac.net. This is not about you. This is about everybody that you know. I'm asking you, please spread the awareness, especially for our special needs community. More than ever, we need people to step forward and do the right thing. Now's your opportunity. Please go visit lifevac.net. Stay tuned for our information on our upcoming show. Thank you so much and have a blessed evening.